Hi everyone, I'm Soumit, Digital and Platform Architect at uh, Vodafone 3 UK. Let me start with a simple question. How do you connect to the world? And I don't just mean that you connect, I mean how. Maybe you turn on the news, listen to DAB radio, ask Alexa or Google Home or go online. We're all connected, but in so many different ways. Today I'm excited to share a glimpse into Vodafone's world and what we have been up to in our digital transformation journey. Now, very briefly on AI first, AI solution will be nothing without APIs. APIs still matter, and that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Now, whether we are talking about breaking down monolith systems or shifting to digital and cloud native solutions, it's never just about the architecture. It's not even just about the technology and the transition or market strategy to reach our target state. The real challenge in our transformation journey, we have learned that constantly adapting to changes doesn't just slow us down, more importantly, it lets our customer down if not done correctly. I remember a conversation in my team not too long ago. Someone asked, are we just stitching together a quilt with spaghetti code? Think about it. Nearly half a decade ago, we were all excited about microservices. They're going to solve everything. But what actually happened? Many of us ended up with what I call a monolith of microservices or MOMS, in short, if you say so. The coupling was still there. We just moved the problem around. Here's the reality. We are trying to modernize while keeping our services live. It's like changing the engine of a plane while it's flying. And here's what we learned the hard way. Transformation isn't one time project. You know how it goes, shaped by demands, constrained by budgets, driven by crisis of the moment. So we shifted our thinking. Instead of working in isolation, we started partnering. Instead of building all-in-one systems, we embraced multifaceted architecture. We challenged the old norm of being niche and started thinking composability. Now, these challenges, as you see here, they have evolved into what most of us now recognize as the core architectural pillars of cloud adoption strategies. They focus on four key areas: business continuity, operational excellence, connectivity between disparate systems, and perhaps more importantly, the agility to react when business needs change. Because in telecoms, change isn't coming, it's already here. For decades, we have treated telecom like a utility, just a pipe. Turn on the tap, data flows. Simple, right? But here's what's happening today. Telecom isn't just a boring pipe anymore. It's become the nervous system of our digital world. Your smart home, that's us. IoT sensors monitoring your health, that's us. The seamless video call that kept our businesses and our lives running during the pandemic, that's us too. The real evolution isn't just about speed, though 5G is pretty impressive. It's about three things: flexibility, partnership, and platform thinking. At Vodafone, we are not just following this transformation, we are blazing the trail. We're just defining what it means to be telco in 2025. Here's the question that I want to explore with you today. How do we think that how do we think about convergence as an experience? How do we build application components that have flexibility, the wiggle room, if you will, to evolve and adapt to customer needs and changes. Because that's where the magic happens, not in the infrastructure itself, but how that infrastructure enable experiences that we haven't even imagined yet. At Vodafone, we didn't just talk about transformation, we acted on it. We made a bold decision early on to align with TM Forum's open digital architecture and its open API. Not just one market, not just as a pilot project, but across our entire global footprint. ODA-based alignment has given us three game changers: speed, consistency, and simplicity. We can rapidly onboard partners across markets with same streamlined approach while actually reducing complexity in our systems. Think about that for a moment. In telecoms, when do you ever get to add capability without reducing complexity? That's the power of platform thinking first. Because with composable enterprise, we can achieve operational excellence and customer centricity. How many times have we heard this? Let's rewrite the whole stack, start from scratch. Sounds familiar. We have all been there, but that's where what changed everything for us. TM Forum's ODA became our game changer. Look at this framework. Instead of ripping out everything and starting over, ODA showed us how to decompose our legacy systems into modular components. Think of it like turning a giant monolith building into Lego blocks that you can rearrange and rebuild. And here's the beautiful part. We didn't just break things apart, we harmonized them. From business systems all the way through to IT, from customer engagement through to intelligence and analytics. Everything started working together instead of against each other. The results: we de-risked vendor lock-in, no more being held hostage by a single supplier. We dramatically improved our time to market because modular means faster, and we created something we had never had before, a truly flexible, scalable architecture. The lesson: sometimes the smartest move isn't starting from scratch. Sometimes it's being smart about how you evolve and what you have got, what you have already got. Let me share a recent project that really brings this to life: our broadband ordering experience. Picture this: a customer wants broadband service. In the old world, for a communication service provider like us, different suppliers means it meant different systems, different processes, different headaches, and different product portfolios. Sometimes they are very complex. But here's what happened with our ODA approach. We had a treasure trove of established APIs already working in our digital journeys. Some to name of it like uh, address validation, service and technical qualifications around the broadband products. All battle tested, all working. When we needed to onboard new suppliers from alternate networks, our IT backend didn't need major surgery. We just extended the existing functionality uh, within a short period of time. Think of it like adding a new plugin to a system that was already designed to be pluggable. But here's the real magic. Those ODA-based open APIs enable something what we call is cross-channel reuse. Whether a customer orders online, calls our contact center, or visits a store, they get the same seamless experience. The result? Three things our customer actually care about. A consistent experience no matter how they interact with us. Better deal because we can access more suppliers, and faster service because everything just works together. That's the power of thinking API first, thinking platform first. You build once, you use everywhere. Here's where it really gets exciting for all of us in the API community. As an API practitioner, even though I don't have authority on these industry verticals, but one thing I can say, ODA isn't just a telco story. Think about it. Every industry we work with faces the same fundamental challenge. Siloed systems, vendor lock-in, inflexible architectures, all sound familiar, isn't it? Let me paint you a picture around these industry verticals. Healthcare, for example. Imagine patient records modeled around ODA customer resource framework. Instead of your medical history being trapped into one hospital system, it flows seamlessly between your GP, specialists, and devices. One API framework, complete 360 patient care. Financial services. Banks are already sitting on ODS core commerce model. They just don't know it yet. Product catalogs, order management, customer onboarding, these are all building blocks that can easily come from ODA framework. Logistics. Every supply chain and manager who's listening to this know how painful it is to track goods across different systems. ODA's business interaction process flow models, they're built exactly for this kind of orchestration. Manufacturing. Here's the beautiful part. ODA bases components like resource management, inventory, and service management aren't telco specific. They're just the same IT functions every manufacturer needs. The lesson for us as API practitioners, the pattern we are solving in telecoms, modularity, reusability, vendor independence, they are universal problems, and ODA has given us proven blueprint to solve them. Who is ready to think beyond telco? Decades back, we used our phones to actually make a call. Now we are using our phones to take pictures or selfies or go on social media. This goes back to my initial question about how you connect to the world. Just to bring it home, change isn't just about better tools, it's how we adapt our thinking and collaboration models. So here's a question to leave you with. Are your APIs built to survive the next transformation wave, or are they still stuck in this last one? One thing to remember, APIs will exist, always exist. It's the strategy, it's your strategy around API. Is this good enough or not? Thank you for your time. Here's some takeaway material from ODA directory. Happy to connect and discuss further. Thank you very much.